$90,000. That's what BMW is asking for a car with no V8, no V10, no V12, just a six-cylinder engine. And yet, this car just ran 0 to 60 in 3.4 seconds. Faster than a Porsche 911 Carrera, faster than a Corvette Stingray. Welcome to the 2026 BMW M4 competition. The car that makes you question everything you thought you knew about what an engine needs to be. Before we get into the numbers, let's talk about what you actually see when this car pulls up next to you. That front grille. BMW made it bigger. The internet complained loudly, and then everyone bought it anyway. Because in person, it is commanding. Wide body flares over the wheels. Carbon fiber mirror caps. A rear spoiler that means business. Quad exhaust tips that tell you exactly what kind of car this is before you even hear it start. This is not a subtle car. This is a car that walks into a room and demands attention. And BMW knew exactly what they were doing. Now, the engine. 3.0 liters. Twin turbocharged inline-six. S58, BMW's most powerful six-cylinder ever built. In competition trim. 503 horsepower. 479 pound-feet of torque. Add xDrive all-wheel drive. And that number climbs to 523 horsepower. 0 to 60, 3.4 seconds. Let me put that in perspective. A Ferrari 488 GTB, one of the most celebrated supercars of the last decade, does 0 to 60 in 3.0 seconds. The BMW M4 competition xDrive is 0.4 of a second behind a Ferrari 488 and costs less than a third of the price. But here is what the numbers don't tell you. This engine doesn't just go fast. It pulls from 2,500 revolutions per minute. There is a wall of torque that hits you in the chest and does not stop until the rev limiter cuts in. It is violent, it is relentless, and it is addictive in a way that is genuinely difficult to explain in words. Let's talk about the sound, because this is where the M4 divides opinion. The S58 does not sound like a Ferrari. It does not scream like a Porsche GT3. What it does is growl, a deep, mechanical, turbocharged growl that builds with every gear. At full throttle, the exhaust pops and crackles. On every upshift, on downshifts, it barks. It is not the most musical engine in this price range, but it is one of the most aggressive sounding. And when you are inside this car, pushing it hard through a canyon road at 7 in the morning, that sound wraps around you like nothing else. It sounds like a car that is working for you, fighting for you, and that feeling is worth every single penny. On the road, the M4 competition is a dual personality car. In comfort mode, it is surprisingly livable. The suspension soaks up road imperfections. The steering is light. The throttle is relaxed. You could genuinely drive this car to the office every single day without hating your life. Switch to Sport Plus. Everything changes. The suspension firms up instantly. The steering weights up. The throttle response becomes almost telepathic. The 8-speed automatic holds gears longer, downshifts faster, and that exhaust gets considerably louder. On a canyon road in Sport Plus, this car communicates everything. Every surface change, every weight transfer, every degree of grip at the limit. And that xDrive all-wheel drive system, it never feels like it is fighting you. It feels like it is working with you, pushing you faster, more confidently, into corners you would never attempt in a rear-wheel drive car. This is BMW engineering at its absolute best. Step inside, and BMW reminds you that this is not just a track car. The curved display, a 12.3-inch digital cluster, merged with a 14.9-inch touchscreen, is one of the best-looking interiors in any sports car at any price. M Sport seats hold you perfectly. Merino leather everywhere your hands touch. Carbon fiber trim that is actually carbon fiber, not plastic wrap to look like it. The optional M carbon bucket seats hold you so tight, you feel like you are wearing the car. Technology is seamless. Wireless CarPlay, wireless Android Auto, Harman Kardon 16-speaker audio, navigation that actually works. The only complaint, rear seat space. If you have passengers taller than 5 feet 8, they will not thank you for putting them back there. But let's be honest, nobody buys a BMW M4 for the rear seat. So, final verdict. The 2026 BMW M4 Competition xDrive. Is it the most exciting car? At $90,000? No. The Porsche 911 is more thrilling. The Corvette Z06 is more dramatic. But here is what the M4 does that neither of those cars can. It does everything. Track day on Saturday, daily driver on Monday, long highway cruise on Sunday, 523 horsepower, all-wheel drive grip, a back seat for your kids, a trunk that fits actual luggage. And it does all of this while looking like this. The BMW M4 Competition xDrive is not the loudest car in the room. It is the smartest. And in 2026, at $90,000, there is nothing else on earth that does what this car does. Nothing. That is the 2026 BMW M4 Competition. Tell us in the comments. M4 or AMG C63? Which one would you drive home today? If you are new here, we cover the cars that matter. No fluff. No sponsored opinions. Just pure automotive truth. Subscribe. Hit the bell. Because the next car we are covering is going to start an argument. In the comments. See you there.